License plate readers are targeting poor people. Automatic license plate recognition systems are in use all over the United States, but both cops and private agencies appear to be using them to target low-income individuals. License plate readers mounted on police cars scan the plates of every vehicle that passes and notify the officer if the plate is suspect. Police also have access to a database containing billions of privately gathered license plate scans, which they can cross-reference with their own database of outstanding warrants. The scans come mainly from private debt collection agencies, who use the technology to track down and collect bounties on vehicles flagged for repossession. At least 2 companies from Massachusetts admitted to targeting low-income areas whose residents are more likely to be behind on payments. Meanwhile, data uncovered on the Oakland Police Department in 2014 also found that they deployed more readers in poor neighborhoods, as well as in areas with more African-Americans and Latinos. As a result, low-income communities of color face a disproportionate amount of scrutiny and policing, compared to areas with a wealthier and whiter population. Likewise, very few laws govern how information obtained by license plate readers is collected, shared, and stored, which also raises privacy and civil liberty concerns. Say no to safe spaces on YouTube. Support TomoNews at patreon.com/TomoNews. Big Brother in Blue is always watching. Social media monitoring program helps police track protesters. According to the American Civil Liberties Union, police have been using a social media monitoring program called Geophidia to track protests and target minorities. The ACLU obtained emails between Geophidia and law enforcement, which mention the Ferguson situation and how to stay ahead of rioters. Geophidia is a social media monitoring program that utilizes APIs obtained from sites including Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Data obtained by Geophidia come from user posts that are public and include their location. Geophidia subscribers can search for social media posts by location, by inputting an address, or drawing parameters on a map. Subscribers can further narrow their search results by including key terms or phrases. Geophidia also is able to analyze the content data it receives, which makes it useful for clients like law enforcement. If a person attends a protest or rally and posts a public photo with the location tagged, this would be recorded in Geophidia's database. If the person were to write that they were photo-bombed at said rally, Geophidia would categorize the content as non-threatening. But if the person were to comment that they were going to set off a bomb, Geophidia would flag this as a threat. This makes the program useful to law enforcement, which can use it to predict potential threats. Since the ACLU's report was released, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram have restricted Geophidia's access to data.
Free-range parents in trouble again for letting their kids walk home alone. Recognize this family? Maryland parents Danielle and Sasha Maytive could face charges for child neglect for the second time in a matter of months. Their kids, 10-year-old Rafi and 6-year-old Devora, are free-range kids, meaning they're permitted to play at the park and walk in the neighborhood without constant supervision. Child Protective Services charged the parents with child neglect a couple months ago, and they were in the process of appealing when the same thing happened all over again. Around 5 p.m. Sunday, Rafi and Devora were a third of a mile from home when a cop pulled up. Rafi says the cop told them he would take them home. Lies. So they got in. The kids weren't home by their 6:30 curfew because they were still stuck in the back of the police car. It wasn't until 8 o'clock that the parents got a call from the Child Protective Services to let them know the children were in custody. And even when the couple got to CPS, they weren't allowed to see their children, who had gone unfed for hours by that point. Danielle posted on Facebook that they were reunited with their children around 10:30. The kids' Sunday stroll does break an agreement Sasha signed with CPS a few months ago, but the Maytives say Sasha only signed that because the CPS officer threatened to take the kids right then and there if he didn't.
Barbecue smoke may not leave your yard.
Wait, what? my observations off your site here that you have smoke leaving. That's prohibited. And you
what's the consequences?
Okay, so what is a barbecue grill for if you can't smoke?
Right. Why do they settle it? Why do they settle at Publix?
You are within your property line.
I have a tent over my grill. I'm in my back.
So we're supposed to control the smoke and the wind where it's blowing.
Okay, so you can't smoke in public almost anywhere these days. And most of us have reluctantly accepted these limitations. I mean, after all, smoke does kind of affect others. But barbecue smoke? Are you freaking kidding me? Barbecue smoke leaving your property is against the law in Pinellas County, Florida? Evidently. Sheesh. No undue disrespect to vegetarians intended, but putting meat on fire is essentially how we became human. People need to eat, so people need to cook. People eat meat, so people need to cook meat. We've been doing it for millennia, and no chubby county smoke Nazi's gonna stop that.
Fight for property or create nuisance. Okay, so this is a nuisance.
You hear that? He just cited an actual county ordinance that prohibits smoke blowing off your property. Damn! No wonder people mock Florida. Apparently, barbecuing is cool in Pinellas County if smoke doesn't cross your property line. And the county apparently also believes their residents have the power to control the weather. We can't really find any Twitter users siding with the county. Dana Loish uses the word fascists. 99 Kiss County thinks this has to be a joke, while Mark Caputo adds a bit of racial tension into the mix with what we think is an attempt at a socially aware joke. But in any case, we say barbecuing on your property on a warm summer day is a God-given American right. And if you want to stop us, you'll have to pry those tongs out of our cold, dead hands. Agree? So if you love America, go grab some dead animal and start cooking it in your front yard right now. Smoke on, people! And tell us what you think in the comments below.
Say no to safe spaces on YouTube. Support TomoNews at patreon.com/TomoNews.
Maryland cops detain Indian American woman and ask if she's illegal. Maryland woman Aravinda Pilalamari was going for her daily walk near her Bel Air home on December 21st last year when the cops rolled up. They asked what she was doing. She said she was just walking, then asked why she was stopped. The cops said someone had called 911. Because she was walking while brown, Pilalamari asked in shock. Soon after, a senior officer told her she was under criminal investigation. She didn't have any ID with her at the time, which prompted the officer to ask her if she was in the U.S. illegally. But after they checked her name in the system, she was free to go. Pilalamari, aged 47, has lived in the area for 30 years and came to the U.S. as a child from India. She told her story recently in a town hall meeting to raise awareness for civil rights.